I am going to explain question number 3 from exercise 3.2, and this question belongs from 10th class maths. In this question, with the following polynomials, their zeros are given, find their all other zeros. So students, here the polynomial is fx is equal to, this is the polynomial you can see here, and at back whatever numbers are given, these are the zeros. So what is the question to see? With the polynomial, their zeros are given. Their zeros are given means polynomials, some zeros are given. So the question is that how many zeros are there in the for the polynomial. So how much is the degree? That many zeros the polynomial have. So here degree means highest power of the variable. So here power of variable is 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the highest power of the polynomial? 4. So the degree of the polynomial is 4. Since the degree is 4, so this polynomial will have 4 zeros. Among 4 zeros, 2 zeros they gave us, that is root 2 and minus root 2. 2 zeros are given to us, and other zeros, other 2 remaining zeros we have to find out. That's why they wrote here, find their all other zeros. Means whatever zeros are available, except that other zeros we have to find out. So for it, first we'll write here that now I hope you might know the meaning of zeros. Then also I am explaining here. Zeros means the value of the variable. So here what is the variable here? X. So value of the variable, if that value substitutes in the polynomial, and when we solve the polynomial, complete polynomial is going to be 0. That's why it is named as the zeros. So value of the variable means it's x is equal to root 2 and x is equal to minus root 2. So like this. So the zeros of polynomial means these are the value of the variable. If we substitute these values in this polynomial, and if we solve the complete polynomial after substitution, the complete polynomial is going to be 0. That's why these are named as the zeros. So from here, if x is equal to root 2, then if we are going to shift like this, suppose x is equal to root 2, we have root 2 and 1 minute, I will write it properly. So 1 0 is x is equal to root 2. So from this, the factor of the polynomial is going to be, shift this plus root 2 in this side, so it is going to be x minus root 2. In the same way, so this is the first factor of this polynomial. In the same way, this other 0 is x is equal to minus root 2. Now from here, when we will shift it in the other side, it is going to be x plus root 2. So there are two factors of the polynomial. One is x minus root 2, the other one is x plus root 2. So this is our rough work, because I want to write down here in the statement. So I just explained here that why I am writing it. From x is equal to root 2, the first factor of the polynomial is x minus root 2. So how we obtain here? It's in plus. So when we shift here, it's going to be minus. So x minus root 2 is the factor. In the same way, here is its negative. So when we shift here, it's going to be positive. So the two factors are x minus root 2 and x plus root 2. So if we combine them, we can write it as, if we combine it, if we find out its product, so it is going to be x minus root 2 and x plus root 2. So like this, so this we are going to do in pair. So we will write here x is equal to root 2 and x is equal to minus root 2 are two zeros of fx given to us. So x minus root 2 and x plus root 2 are factors of fx, which implies x minus root 2 multiplied by x plus root 2, that is equivalent to, because here student, just see here, if you are doing x minus root 2 and x plus root 2, it is in the form of a square minus a minus b, a plus b, that is a square minus b square. So we have to write it as x square minus root 2 square. Why? Because students, the formula is a plus b bracket a minus b is a square minus b square. So here a plus b, a minus b, so a. So what is a here? X. So what's the answer of this formula? A square, so x square, then minus b square. So what is b here? B means second term. So what is the second term here? Root 2. That's why root 2 square. And if we solve it further, so it's going to be x square minus 2. So the conclusion is x minus root 2 and x plus root 2. When we solve it, x square minus 2. Now this is also going to be the factor of fx. So we write here, which implies so x square minus 2 is also a factor of fx. To obtain remaining zeros, we will divide fx by x square minus 2. Now why we are doing this? For that you just understand one example, students. So again I am just doing here one rough work to explain you. Suppose students we have 12, suppose. Then 3 is also a factor of it and 4 is also a factor of it, isn't it? So if we know among 12, if you know only 3 is a factor, so to find out the remaining factors you have to divide 12 by 3. That will give you the remaining factor. In the same way, 6 is also a factor of 12. So if 6 is the factor of 12 and we don't know the other factor, then to find out the remaining factor, 12 we have to divide by 6. So other factor is going to be 2. So like this. So if we know any one or two factor and if you want to find out the other factors, then you will just divide the given number by the given factor. Then you will get the remaining factor. In the same way, here also two factors are available to us. So to find out the remaining factor, I will give you one more example here to explain it. Suppose Suppose 30 is, 1 minute, I am just going to write down one more example to explain you it better way. 30 is there, then we know that 3 is also a factor and 2 is also a factor. Then we want to know that what is the other factors. Then for it, first you just multiply them. So when you will multiply, you will get 3 to the 6. Then divide 30 by 6, then you will get 5. So the remaining factor is 5. In the same way, student, here whatever be your fx, there are 4 zeros. So since the degree of fx is 4, so there are 4 zeros. 4 zeros, one is root 2, the other one is minus root 2. Now what are the remaining 2 zeros that we have to find out? So for that, since it's a polynomial, that's why you have to write down it as x is equal to root 2, then x is equal to minus root 2. Then from it, first you have to create the factor. So when we are going to create it, the factors here, it's going to be like this. X, because it's in positive, so when we shift here, x minus root 2. Now from here again, when we create the factor, it's going to be x plus root 2. So these two are the factors. Now if you will multiply then you will get here x square minus 2. So to find out the remaining zeros, you have to divide the fx by x square minus 2 by the same concept, that if we know that 30, among 30, if 3 and 2 are the factors, so to get 5, what we had done, first we multiplied it, 3 to the 6, then 30 we divided by 6, so that gave us 5. In the same way, for fx, the 4 zeros are root 2 minus root 2, and 2 remaining zeros we have to find out. So these are the zeros, these are not the factors. So first the zeros we have to convert into the factor by this process. So the factors are, from this root 2, the factor we got is x minus root 2, and from minus root 2 we got factor as x plus 2 root 2. So from these two factors, just multiply them, like we multiplied 3 to the 6, in the same way multiply them, that will give you x square minus 2 like 6. Then we divided 30 by 6, in the same way you have to divide fx by x square minus 2 to get the remaining factors. So I hope this process is clear to you. That's why we had done like this, that we had, means I wrote in the statement first x is equal to root 2, then x is equal to minus root 2 are the two zeros, which implies, then I used the formula a plus b a minus b, that gave me x square minus root 2 square, that is x square minus 2 is the factor of fx. So to find out the remaining zeros, we have to divide the fx by x square minus 2. So that we have to do, so which implies fx divided by x square minus 2. Now we will write down here fx value that is already given in the question. That is, student, from question is write down, your fx is 2x to the power 4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2 and divided by x square minus 2. So we have to divide it. So how I taught in first question, in the same way we have to divide the polynomial, and before division we have to check whether the power is in decreasing order or not. The power of the variable is in decreasing order or not. So just see the power, first 4, 3, 2. So it is already in descending order, terms are already arranged in decreasing order of the variable's power. So directly we are going for the division. So when we divide it, first I am making the division symbol like this. So I am writing here dividend, that is 2x to the power 4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2, and the divisor is x square minus 2. Now we are dividing the polynomial, so we have to write the steps here. So step first, in step first, the first term of the dividend is 2x to the power 4, and here in divisor it is x square, so we have to divide them to find out that what is going to be the quotient here. So in first step we have to divide 2x to the power 4 by x to the power 2. That will give us, because x to the power 2 is there, so it completely will cut, and here 2 will come, so we are going to get 2x square. So the quotient for first step is 2x square. Now one by one we are going to multiply. So first we are going to multiply this 2x square by x square, that will give us 2 multiplied by x square into x square is x to the power 4. Powers you have to add. Here power is 2 and here also power is 2. So after multiplication it is going to be x to the power 4. So when we will multiply 2x square by x square, we will get 2x4, that we will write down here 2x to the power 4. In the same way, 2x square we have to multiply by 2, that will give us minus 4x square. So since it's x square term, so leave this cube term and write down under x square term, that will give us 4x square. I hope it's clear to you. After getting the quotient you have to multiply by divisors each term one by one. So first I multiplied 2x square by x square, that gave me 2x to the power 4. So you have to arrange under the like term. Like term means same variable with same power. So x to the power 4 will arrange under the x to the power 4. In the same way, when I multiplied 2x square by 2 minus 2, I got minus 4x square. Since it's the term of x square. So arrange minus 4x square under x square term only. So leave this x cube term as it is, because we have to arrange the like terms in column wise, that's why. Now after writing the multiplications product here, change the sign of the products. So these two are the product. So just change their sign, whatever sign they have, just change it, reverse the sign. So it's of positive, so after sign change it's going to be negative, and it's negative, so its sign is going to be positive. Why sign change? There is no need to see the upper term sign, only whatever product sign is there, just reverse it. Now students, this term is positive and this term is negative. Don't see now this plus sign. If somebody asks you that what is the sign of this 2x to the power 4, then answer is sign is minus. Now it is not more of positive symbol, it is now of negative symbol. So it's of positive symbol and it's of negative symbol. So plus minus we have to do minus. So when we minus them we'll get, because they are same terms. So when we subtract we'll get here 0 answer. So we'll write here 0. Now this minus 3x to the power cube we'll write here as it is. In the same way, now here students, 3x square symbol is minus and 4x square symbol is plus. New sign you have to consider. There is no use of this old sign, and its new symbol is plus sign. That's why 4x square symbol is plus. So it's minus and it's of plus. So minus plus we have to do minus, and sign of big number we have to write down. So when we subtract them we'll get 1, and since big number is 4, so plus 1. So what we have to write here? Plus 1x square. So we'll get here plus 1x square. Now other terms from dividend just write down as it is. Now step second. In step second, the first term of the dividend is minus 3x cube and first term of divisor is x square. So minus 3x cube divide by x square to find out that what will come in the quotient. So here we have to write down this. So in step second, to find out the quotient, we will divide minus 3x cube by x square. That will give us minus 3x. So this is the quotient. So this quotient I am writing here minus 3x. Now what we have to do is, one by one we have to multiply this quotient by the terms of the divisor. So minus 3x multiplied by x square. So students, just there is no number, so directly multiply the variables. So x multiplied by x square, just add the powers. Here power is 1 and here power is 2, so it's going to be x cube. So when you will multiply minus 3x by x square, answer is going to be minus 3x cube. In the same way, when you will multiply minus 3x by minus 2, first just multiply the sign. So minus into minus is plus. 3 2s are 6. So you will get plus 6x. So plus 6x you have to arrange here with the like terms. So plus 6x. Now do the sign change of the product. So minus is going to be plus and this one is going to be minus. Now column wise. So this term have minus sign, this term have plus sign. So minus plus minus. So 3 they are same. So when you will do subtraction, there is going to be 0. And this term we have to write down as it is. And so first I am writing them, then I will explain the next one. So it's going to be 0, then plus 1x square. Now here student, it's of plus sign and this is of minus sign. So we have to do minus, plus minus, we have to do minus. So same number minus same number is 0. So we'll write here. 0 don't have any sign, so just write either plus 0 minus 0, it's not a problem. And then minus 2 as it is. Now step third. In step third, to find out the quotient, we have to divide the first term, that is first term of the dividend is 1x square and second first term of the divisor is x square. So we divide them. So in step third, for the quotient, we are going to divide 1x square by x square. There is no meaning of this one, so remove it. So x square cancelled by x square is only 1. So the quotient is plus 1. Now, so student, you obtain the quotient is plus 1. So by plus 1 just multiply both the terms. So any number multiplied by plus 1 is same number. So arrange them under the like terms. So when you will do it, you have to get here plus x square and minus 2. Now sign changes do. It's of plus, so minus, and it's of minus, so it's going to be of plus. Subtract them, you will get only 0 and 0. So remainder is 0. Now we have to write down the division rule, students. So the division rule you know already, that since dividend is equal to divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder. From here, what is the dividend here? 2x to the power 4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2, and divisor is x square minus 2, and quotient is 2x square minus 3x plus 1, and the remainder is 0. So quotient, let me check once again, it's not visible to me. So the quotient is 2x square minus 3x plus 1, and remainder is 0. So I think I substituted correct one. Now students, what the question was initially? The question was, we have to find out the other factor. So x square minus 2 is already given to us. Now from here, whatever factors we are going to obtain, that we have to find out. So we will factorize it because it's a quadratic equation. So we have to do factorization. For it, I am going to split the middle term. So this x square minus 2, just write down it as it is, because from here whatever zeros is we have to get, that is already given in the question. So just factorize only this one. So to factorize it, this 3 we can write as 2 plus 1. So it's going to be 2x square minus 2x minus 1x plus 1. So what I had done is, this minus 3x I wrote as minus 2x minus 1x, so that I can make the factors, and plus 0 there is no meaning, so I just avoided it. Now this we have to factorize it further. So that will give us first x square minus 2 as it is. Now from here we will take 2x common. So here what is going to remain? X minus 1, and from here just take minus 1 common, so that we can achieve x minus 1. So I hope it's clear to you. From here I took, from these two terms I took 2x common. So common means now whatever remains, for that you have to divide. So 2x square divided by 2x, that will give you only x. Then minus 2x divided by 2x, that will give you minus 1. From these two take minus 1 common, so you are remain with x minus 1. But now why I took minus 1 common? The reason is, after taking common, the both brackets should similar to each other. That's why I took minus 1 common. Now this is your first term and this is your second term. Now in these two terms this bracket is same. So in next step this bracket I am going to take common. So and this one I am going to write down as it is. So it's going to be x square minus 2 as it is. Now inside I am going to take x minus 1 common, and if I take x minus 1 common, then I am going to remain with 2x minus 1, and this big bracket close. So I hope it's clear to you. I took this bracket common, so here 2x and here minus 1 remain. Now from these two terms, two zeros we are going to find out. So we'll write down here 4 remaining zeros. What we are going to do is x minus 1 equal to 0. So that will give us x is equal to, it's in minus 1, so when we side change it is going to be plus 1, and 2x minus 1 equal to 0. That will give us, which implies 2x is equal to plus 1, which implies x is equal to 1 upon 2. The two zeros are x equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 1 upon 2. From here I go, student, these are the two factors. So from these two factors, if we have to get the zeros, one by one just keep them equal to 0. So first I kept x minus 1 equal to 0. So since it's minus 1, so when we shift here it's going to be plus 1. In the same way, 2x minus 1 I kept 0, and from here x I obtained is 1 upon 2. So the two remaining zeros are x equal to 1 and x is equal to half. So finally we will write the answer. Hence all zeros of fx are, so two zeros are already available to you, that is root 2 and minus root 2 is given to you, and now obtain zeros as item, that is plus 1 and 1 upon 2. So that's your end of the question. So I hope this question is little bit lengthy and difficult to understand, so I tried my level best to explain you properly. Further, if you have any problem, you can write in comment so that I can solve out your doubts. And the remaining two parts are also similar, so you just try it, and if you have any problem, write in comment, then I will solve the remaining two parts also, unless we have to proceed it from the question number 4 in the next video. Thank you.